Hello again, everybody. They posted actually a full matchup. This is for Mario Strikers Battle League. We're taking the one on the French channel. I think they also have it on like German and probably some other languages, but currently I don't believe, at least at the time of this recording, May 16th, kind of midday, they don't seem to have one of the English-speaking ones uploaded, whether that's in the plans or not. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and point out some things that are just cool, interesting, should be of note, whatever. This is like somewhat standard, although we've never seen it really intro a match fully, and so there's Mario going to be your team captain right here. Notice how everybody lands. That could be also like if Peach was the captain, maybe she would land that way, or maybe that's a separate animation. You know, Yoshi doing the handstand and stuff. And of course, Rosalina, she's gonna float, so you guys will see that. That's pretty much like all of her movements for the most part. Obviously, if she's standing still, not really. But first thing right out the gate is they called the red team the Rockets, the blue team the Crowns. You do get to customize that, but notice right here, there's that slide tackle. You get up pretty fast, but that was Mario. It still lasts a little bit of time. I mean, so it's gonna be like Mario Strikers Charge if you miss that slide tackle. You know, there will just be a little bit of time that you have to get up. Shouldn't be too bad, but notice that Bowser tries to strike Peach right there, and actually if you miss, of course, Strikers Charge, that was shaking the Wii remote, but basically if you try to womp them, if you try to just body them like that, you will actually hit the electric fence if you miss, you know, and you're close to it. So otherwise, you just saw there, I think that was Luigi missing. Maybe we can replay that. And you know, you just kind of fall to the ground, but there's some recovery time for that. It's not too long either. And of course, for those who played Mario Strikers Charge, you should not expect the ball to charge up. You know, you can see all these passes right now from the Rockets, that red team, and so the ball just won't like charge up on passes and things, but you can charge your shot to a certain degree. We'll see that coming up in a little bit. Bowser, this is going to be interesting of note. So Bowser actually scores right there, and we see the instant replay coming up. First off, we got to get his celebration right here, of course, and he's got a power level scanner. Look at that. It's not on both eyes. See, it's just the one eye. It's one of the gear you can equip. But anyway, so look at this. We've got, actually, it's also slow-mo too, but Bowser's going to hit it with his hand, and so this isn't soccer. It's apparently a sport called strike, okay? That's why it's Mario Strikers. But it's almost soccer or football. It's just you can use your hands, clearly. So Bowser will womp the hell out of Mario. Just there for the start. Kind of a big recovery time if you get bodied like that, and not even into the electric fence, man. So, yeah, don't get hit, right? Anyway, we actually noticed it right there with Waluigi. We may see it with a few more characters, and it happens throughout the match. There are some with the red. You essentially might have a sprint button, or it's just something that the game's animation does, but the players do look like they move faster. So when you're on the red team, when you're on the blue team, just whatever color team, you're going to see that team's color behind you, like these streaks of just running a little bit faster, and so we just saw it there. And of course, now they have the strike orb here on the Rockets. You are going to see whichever team has it. Currently, of course, that's Rockets, the red team. There is a bar there where their team name and their logo and stuff is in the top left. We can see that, and so that bar, of course, is just flashing right now. It's kind of actually flashing with the players on screen, too, and so that's denoting that, like, hey, this is about to run out, and so, of course, it does. And then we see a lot of those sprint animations, sprint maneuvers maybe. And of course, I think everybody's kind of been getting a look at the items. I don't believe they announced any new items with this gameplay video, so we'll still kind of just be seeing all the items from the announcement trailers, overview trailers. I guess when there's something not really of note, we can speed it up, but there with the slide tackle, you do have the arrow in front of the character whenever they're going to slide tackle. It's not really for your body, for your smack technique, but it looks like when you want to slide tackle, you know, they do have those arrows in front of the character, so that may also be an indicator if you're on the other team, you'll be able to possibly dodge it, presuming we can see that. I mean, we may only be seeing that for red team right now. We need to actually look and pay attention. Did that happen with blue? By the way, Peach just hit Yoshi right there. Maybe we can replay. Yoshi only felt like a small, maybe like mosquito bite out of that, you know, because Yoshi's gear right now actually is set to where he's got strength. He can handle those tackles, and so Peach only just momentarily kind of smacks him back. Doesn't last very long that way. That's to be expected, though. So once again, Rockets had the strike orb. They don't do it yet, but yeah, there's that arrow once again, and there's the slide tackle. Knocking Yoshi out of that for a long time, and Peach is going to score right there. It says Peach evens it up down below. We get to see her celebration. I think a lot of people were seeing that on Twitter, and I don't know why there was like some hatred for the game and stuff. I guess it's about the characters who aren't announced yet and things. They're not announced yet, okay, you guys? Look at how Peach catches this. Look, maybe we could freeze that in midair. So like doing a slow-mo and freezing that. Peach catches this essentially like with her thighs, and then she just kind of magically realigns, of course. It's the game, okay? To where she kicks and then lands it in the splits. That's my main right there, you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing Peach. Of course, this is all preliminary stuff without having played this one, Battle League. I played the other Mario Strikers games, but I'm just saying Peach and Waluigi seem to be the characters that I'm gravitating towards, at least as it stands. There it was. That's a team tackle, so we can replay that. Mario team tackles Luigi into Waluigi, and it looks like you'll just like automatically have the ball, of course. So after that, it's not like the ball just goes loose and starts flying. So there's the arrows actually for blue as well, so it does seem that we can see both teams' arrows whenever they're going gonna set up for that slide tackle. And so Rosalina noticed that she gets on the ground right there when she does her sprint animation. And so they actually got the strike orb there for the crowns, that team. But Rosalina scored, and so it's kind of not really gonna matter. And we get to see her celebration. That was another thing that was in the tweet, I think, that was getting like hate and praise. You know, it's just, I think it's the nature of Nintendo games these days, and just having the internet, having Twitter. There's gonna be like half of the people simping for a game, and then half of the people just tearing down anything about it. The game looks good to me. Like, I think it'll be fun. We just have to see when it comes out, of course, but like what I've seen so far, it's looking fun to me. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I am definitely enthusiastic about it. And notice, of course, when you get the mushroom right there, Toad just had it. I think we saw it with Mario earlier, but essentially it looks like there's like fire coming out of you. That's kind of cool, and there's gonna be a nice takedown of Waluigi. Little tiny Toad taking him out. And so I was thinking this is either a demonstration by maybe the staff, you know, they might have some of the dev team on it or something, and they're just trying to demonstrate perhaps certain aspects about the game or make it easy to view. But basically what I kind of glean from this is it's either that or it's like bots or something, because I feel like they don't always tackle where they should. They don't always, like, see, Yoshi just kind of missed a really easy smackdown that he could have done right there, and they're like not really being aggressive. Like, I feel like there's so many opportunities they could have stolen in this. You know, Waluigi's on a breakaway right now. Peach actually gets it, but earlier, if you were watching some of the earlier footage more closely, and look at Bowser right there, I mean, like, maybe it's just the blue team is bots, I don't know. Like, Bowser just slide tackled into nothing, and again, so now they get the strike orb. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say, is just that it does look like, you know, it's kind of like either noob hour or just demonstration hour, you know. And like, why is Rosalina not taking down Mario right here, for instance? You know, you would think that would have been easy to bring him down right there, but no, we get to demonstrate the Hyper Strike. And so again, that might be just the devs like saying, hey, let's demonstrate this, make it look like it's a real match, but really just for demonstration purposes. You know, the Hyper Strike goes down there, and the goalie actually does have a chance, and so I'm sure somebody's going to be able to press that button, you know, so it looks like you have to just press that on a Switch controller. Of course, that would be the A button, but who knows, you know, if it was the bottom one, that might be B that you're pressing over and over again, and maybe the faster that you press it, you can resist it. At least maybe it just makes one goal, not two. You know, we'll see. And now Mario's celebration, of course, it's coming on in here. His Hyper Strike, definitely, it has some cool details on it, you know, like the ground is catching fire at different parts. I think it looks pretty detailed right there, and even Mario taking Bowser down right there also kind of had that like same flame look to it. Same right here as he brings down Yoshi, and that one Yoshi didn't really just like sidestep, like, so that was a powerful enough hit to actually knock him down, whereas we saw with that earlier when Peach maybe just didn't have the strength to knock him over, maybe his gear and stuff. You know, you have to consider all of those things. We see as Bowser takes the shot right here, Luigi tries to get the body off, so in an attempt to bring him down, he just kind of bounces off of Bowser. So again, you just have to consider the character's gear, the character's innate abilities, of course. Bowser has crazy strength, but also the character that's trying to do that tackle. Luigi certainly just about like half of Bowser's strength. So there it is. There was a lot we can take from the announcement trailers before this one dropped, but I just tried to note things that they may not all be secret or anything, because it's all stuff we can just observe from that match, but in like a real-time gameplay sense, and not a trailer. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll be streaming this game day one. Hope to see you guys then, and thanks for viewing.